If you're thinking about buying a home in the Lansing, Michigan area, then you really need to listen carefully to this video, because there's one thing that might make a home purchase not even happen, even after you've been approved for a loan. And this is something that buyers don't even think about, and that is your homeowner's insurance. I've seen deals fall apart at the last hour, buyers not being able to close on homes, buyers moving into a home and then afterwards get a huge surprise, all because they didn't realize how strict homeowners insurance companies have become. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through 10 shocking reasons why your homeowner's insurance might get denied. And I promise you that a lot of these are going to surprise you. So hey everybody, my name is Troy Seifert. I'm a top producing realtor in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I help people just like you who are watching this channel make a move to Lansing, Michigan. So whether you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months from now, whatever your timeline is, I would love to be able to talk with you about what your goals are. You can call me, text me, email me, or there's a link to a Zoom call. All that's in the description below, so feel free to contact me anytime. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you like this video as well, and subscribe to my channel because I have new episodes going live once or twice a week and you're not gonna wanna miss them. And before I get into the top 10 reasons why your homeowner's insurance might get denied, I do wanna review some things with you. First of all, this video is not meant to scare you, it's meant to protect you. I help people buy, sell homes, I help people relocate. So my job is to be able to protect you from anything that could potentially come up. The second thing that I want to bring up to you, and this could be your first time watching one of my videos, is that my background was insurance. In fact, I worked for State Farm. I was kind of the Jake from State Farm. I'm not wearing my red polo shirt here at all, but I was in insurance for 6 years, so I know insurance very well. I've been in real estate for close to 10 years, and so insurance has changed. Even in the last 10 years that I've been in it, it has just drastically changed. And so those of you who might be buying a home, you might be surprised if it's been like 10, 15, 20 years, what homeowners insurance companies are doing right now. And it's also good for you to know, hey, when I'm looking for a house, I'm looking to relocate, being able to have that eye to know, hey, I need to watch out for this, because otherwise, if I do have a homeowner's insurance claim, I could be denied that claim. If I try to get homeowner's insurance, they could deny me. So all of these things are so helpful for you to know, because a lot of buyers don't know about this stuff. In fact, a lot of sellers don't know about it either as well, not just buyers. So I wanted to let you know that I'm not just somebody who doesn't know anything about insurance. I'm creating this video. I do know this stuff. I know how it has changed. And so again, I made this video to be able to protect you. The first shocking reason why your homeowner's insurance might get denied, and this is the #1 deal killer, is an old roof. Now, it doesn't matter whatsoever if the current seller has insurance on it, okay? It doesn't mean that, okay, well, because the seller has insurance on it, then I'm gonna be able to get insurance on it. No. What happens with insurance right now, well, especially like the last 3 or 4 years since COVID, insurance premiums have skyrocketed. Claims have skyrocketed, especially in the state of Michigan where we're at in Lansing. There have been numerous hailstorms. There's just been some natural disasters, like a huge tornado that came through. That was a lot of claims in Williamston area. So that really caused a lot of insurance premiums to go up double digits each and every year. And so they weren't making as much of a profit. And through this time, because of all the claims that were being paid out, they decided, hey, we're gonna be more strict on our underwriting. The underwriting is definitely different. So when you look to sign up to a home, you are with the current homeowner's insurance standards. So in regards to the roof, the reason why I see deals fall apart is because they will ask you, first of all, they will ask you, how old is the roof? You tell them, okay, they take your word for it. But it's not just your word for it that they actually take a drone. So some insurance companies are known for this, take a drone and they will fly around your house and see the age of that roof. And if it is less than 5 years old for some it's 3, but if they start seeing like some curling shingles on there, they could deny your homeowner's insurance. And why is that important? Well, if this happens before you close on a house, then you got to find homeowners insurance somewhere else, and you got to scramble, because otherwise, if you can't get homeowners insurance, you can't get a mortgage, because your mortgage has to have homeowners insurance with it. But also, if it happens after the fact, they could fly a drone after you get coverage just to take a look at that roof. And if they see that it is deteriorating, they can deny it. And not just drones, they might send an inspector out to like take photos. When I was in insurance, that's what they were starting to do. They were starting to have claims inspectors go out to the house and take a photo. It was a random thing, but now it seems like, okay, now with drones and other technology, it seems like they're using that stuff. So beware with roofs, because that could come back to bite you. Definitely figure out a way to get something like that negotiated. If it comes up on your inspection report, or even if you're noticing it to the naked eye, figure out a way to get that roof taken care of if it is an older roof. So number 2, shocking reason why your homeowner's insurance might get denied is knob and tube wiring. And this was used primarily in homes built before 1940. And in our area in East Lansing, we have a ton of homes that are built before 1940. Beautiful homes with character. I know lots of you love to see that, but you gotta beware because some of these homes still have the knob tube wiring in them. How do you know it's knob tube wiring? Well, you'll recognize it by ceramic knobs, porcelain tubes, cloth or rubber insulation that's around there. Insurance companies can view this as a high fire risk. Even if an electrician or an inspector says it's still functioning, like it is a fire hazard. And in fact, when you get your homeowner's insurance quote, they will ask you, is there knob tube wiring in there? If you answer no, and then a claim happens, like say you get a house fire and they see that you have knob tube wiring and you didn't answer that answer accurately, you will get your claim denied 100%. Any single time that you answer something and it's not what was stated in there, your claim will get denied. So that's another reason why like you need to address that knob tube wiring. If you answer yes, my home has knob tube wiring, they'll just deny giving you coverage on your quote. So something for you to be aware of. An inspector will bring it up. Realtor like myself should be able to bring it up. That's why it's important for you to have that second set of eyes, okay? That second pair of eyes who does this day in and day out, someone like myself, who's gonna be able to take you around to these places and point out things like that to you. But even if you have a realtor that doesn't know this, an inspector will be able to catch it as well, because sometimes they're hidden in the attic and a realtor is not gonna be able to get into the attic for you. The number 3 reason why your homeowner's insurance might be denied has to do with Federal Pacific or Zinsco electrical panels. What does this mean? So when you go inside, typically your basement, or if you're on a slab, on your main floor, you have an electrical panel somewhere. If your home inspection mentions Federal Pacific or Zinsco for the makers of that electrical panel, beware, because these panels were popular from 1950 to the 1980s. In Greater Lansing, we have a lot of these homes built in the 50s and into the 80s. And they have known design defects. So the breakers can fail to trip, which then means overheating, which means a huge fire risk. So you have to be aware of these 2 makers, because if your insurance company, for some reason, gets in there, they find out like this is a breaker box, maybe they wanna see your inspection report. Some insurance companies might ask that, and they see that this is what the panel is, they will deny your coverage. Okay? Or what will happen is they'll require a full panel replacement before you actually own the home. That has happened sometimes. Number 4 reason why your homeowner's insurance might get denied has to do with polybutylene plumbing or poly-B plumbing. What is this? Well, it's a gray pipe with copper fittings to connect the pipes, typically used in the 1970s to 1990s. And the reason why this plumbing is not good for your homeowner's insurance policy is because they are prone to leak due to chemicals and chlorine getting in there. And so you get pipe bursts from this. And there's been a lot of claims for insurance due to this type of plumbing. So if your plumbing has this, if your inspector points this out, just beware. And if your homeowner's insurance company asks about it, and you gotta know like if you have it or not, they could deny a claim if you say like it's not there, but it is, or they could deny coverage for you altogether. So just to let you know, if you see this type of plumbing, beware. Number five has to do with unpermitted or illegal renovations. Here is what you have to be aware of, you guys. When you go into a home and you see the seller's disclosures, which that's gonna be a separate video I'm gonna do, all about the seller's disclosures, like what you need to know about them, okay? On the seller's disclosures, they ask, has the seller done any work that has been unpermitted, not been done by professionals, or gotten the actual requirements for permits? And in the city of Lansing and city of East Lansing especially, they are extremely, extremely strict on this. You need a permit for everything. For your heating system, they'll typically have a sticker on your furnace to show that it got inspected and approved. Same thing with electrical panel. And if you're going to a home and you're not seeing these stickers anywhere, that is a cause for concern. And if you all of a sudden buy this house and they say, well, this thing happened, but there were no permits on it, that could actually deny a claim that you could have because it transferred over to you when you bought the house. So you just gotta beware, like when you go through a house, you gotta be sure that permits are kept up on. You gotta go in the public info, and there's ways that you can look that up to be able to make sure that the permits or any illegal renovations have been made right, because it could pass on to you and it might not be a good thing. So number 6 is an unfenced pool. And I'm gonna give like a little bonus story here as well for those of you who are investors to be aware of when it comes to pools. So if your pool obviously doesn't have a fence around it, because that's a code, and they take their little drone, the homeowners insurance people take their drone and they don't see it, you will be denied coverage. And let's say they take that drone 60 to 90 days after, 30 to 90 days after you buy the house, they see there's no fence, they could deny your coverage, and then you're scrambling trying to find coverage again because your mortgage company hears about it. Like, hey, what are you know, in order to keep up with this, you have to get insurance coverage. So save yourself a lot of stress. If you see a pool that doesn't have a fence, huge red flag, unless you're at a luxury home and they have one of those pool covers that it's easy to be able to just walk upon it, that might slide, okay? Just to let you know, there are some exceptions to that. But the bonus story I wanna tell you is if you're an investor and you have a pool in your backyard and you are renting it out, beware that you are gonna have a hard time trying to find coverage, or your insurance could be extremely expensive. So if you have a pool in the backyard of your rental and you're not looking to live there, and maybe the insurance company, maybe they didn't know that you had a pool because you didn't tell them, and all of a sudden there's this huge claim that happens, somebody maybe drowns in the pool or something, you could get denied that claim and you could be in big trouble. So I just want to let you be aware of that as well. Number 7 has to do with a poor exterior condition. We talk about this with loan types, with FHA, with VA. If you have chipped paint on the outside, if you have wood trim that doesn't look right, that is something that they're going to flag for the loan. But again, with homeowners insurance, if there's a drone or if there's a person who they go out to see the property, inspect it before you get coverage, and it's in horrible shape on the outside, they might say, hey, we're not gonna insure this unless you do this in a certain amount of days, or we're just not gonna insure it at all, and then you're left scrambling. And again, it could happen after you close on the home. So you wanna be sure that if you're looking at homes and there's rotting wood, missing handrails, crumbling steps, deteriorating siding, chipped paint, seeing any of that stuff, you have to be aware of that, because a homeowner's insurance company will not, A, take your coverage for this if they find out that this is the condition it's in, or B, could just deny the claim altogether if you weren't upfront about it. Number 8 has to do with if you're in a high-risk disaster area. Thankfully in Michigan, we're not in a hurricane area, we're not in a wildfire area. That's a good thing. We do have some flood zones. So some homeowners insurance companies though, they aren't gonna cover you for flood insurance. So just just to let you know, you have to get that through FEMA, a separate place. But if you are in an extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous area, like that flood zone is just like the highest risk of a flood zone you can be in, they might say, hey, we're not gonna touch this. We're not even going to be able to take care of this. And then your insurance coverage could be denied and you had to look somewhere else. Number 9, and this is a big one, has to do with prior insurance claims on the property. You're like, what does this have to do with me? It's the seller of the property. Why do I need to, like, why would this be a big deal? Well, whenever you get a quote, what will happen is they will run it through their claim system. They will run a report and it will list claims that happened on that property. Again, why is this important? Because if there are 2 or 3 or 4 claims on this house, that insurance company might see like, hey, this house seems like a risk, and they might not even insure it. Or they might ask to get some clarification on these things. Also, in your disclosures, if the seller doesn't disclose that they've had an insurance claim, which that's one of the questions in the disclosures, they haven't disclosed that, that's a big major boo-boo, no-no, on the sellers. They have to disclose something like that and let you know, hey, we had a claim here, a claim here. But an insurance company could deny your coverage altogether if they see that there's this huge loss history on it, because they see that this house just seems like it has a huge risk. Maybe it has bad plumbing, bad electrical work, whatever that might be. They don't want to take that on, okay? Last one, the very last one, number 10 reason why your homeowner's insurance might get denied. Structurally unusual homes. Now, it doesn't mean like the old homes, which again, I talked about the old homes, what you had to be aware of with knob tube wiring with homeowners. No, it has to do with barn dominiums, A-frame homes, dome homes, which we had one of those here just within our area that's sold within the last 2 years. It's not like Lansing is exempt from these, okay? We did dome homes, tiny houses. That's becoming a big thing because of the cost of housing. Insurers, if they can't assess the risk and they see this, this just this unusual structure, they might go, hey, we don't know anything about this and we don't feel comfortable insuring something like this. We've heard that these things might be more of a risk, so we're just not going to insure it altogether. So when you're looking at those properties that might be an alternative home where you could live in it, but it's not like the traditional single family residence, beware, because it might be a little bit tougher for you to get insurance. Again, everybody, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was beneficial to you. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a top producing real estate agent. I help people just like you who are looking to relocate to the area. So if you want to discuss your real estate goals, contact me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below. And maybe you're looking to move to a different area within Michigan or around the country. If you are looking to move to a different area, I do have a referral network of people that I can help connect you with to make sure that you have a smooth move that way. Also, like this video if you like the content and subscribe to my channel. That way you can be notified when new episodes of Lansing, Michigan Life go live. So that is it for this episode. And until next time, everybody, I hope you stay safe, stay warm if it's winter, stay cool if it's extremely hot wherever you are, and make it a great day. Take care.